Hey everyone, my name is Kyle Reynolds and I am the founder and general manager of Midysbox. I don't want to take a whole lot of time with this first video here, but I do want to say a few things to those of you who are watching. Today's May 10th, 2017, and if you're watching around that date, around the time that I'm recording this, then I couldn't be more excited to have you. I'm glad you're here from the very beginning. This is very cool, very exciting. It doesn't seem like it is yet. Obviously, it seems pretty run-of-the-mill, and I'm doubting that this video will get a lot of hits for quite a while. But if you're here, comment below. Let's get a conversation going, because after all, the internet is written in ink, and there's going to be a point in the next 5 years or so where you're going to be able to go back and say, Midysbox, I knew from the very beginning, or at least I was around from the very beginning, because I think maybe I'm the only one that knows where this is going at this point. But anyway, like I said, I'm glad to have you here. I'm here to document my transformation. Now, I'm not just talking about a physical transformation, but that'll be the first thing that you see, and the first thing that makes much sense. As you can clearly see, judging from what I got going on here and everything else, I'm not in the best physical fitness shape of my life, and that's okay. To be perfectly honest with you, I really haven't been suffering all that much. This comes from a lot of amazing food from my beautiful smoking hot wife, incredible baked goods, doyouevenbake.com, and you know, generally a pretty good life. I don't have much to complain about. Things are good. Not super self-conscious. I guess if I was, I probably would have already gotten back into shape. But I want to demonstrate the things that we talk about, and the things that we know, things that we're going to be sharing here as a part of Midysbox, are things that can change lives for the better. And who better to show you the impact that this can have than me myself. So we're going to get there. You don't know where we're going yet. I only know part of where we're going yet, but I think that we'll look back and this will be an interesting thing, an interesting record to look back on. Now, speaking of which, if you are watching this in the distant future, year or two, 5 years out, I guess that's not so distant, but in internet time it kind of is. You know, feel free to laugh. Feel free to look at what this is, where I am in my tiny little home office, and in the shape that I'm in, and the way that I'm speaking. Some things are going to change over the next few years. So feel free to laugh, feel free to make jokes, or tell me how cute this is, or whatever you want to say. Your comments can go right there next to those who have been here from the very beginning. Happy to have you. Now again, quick introduction to me. Like I said, my name is Kyle Reynolds. I live here in northern Texas with my gorgeous wife and my two amazing, brilliant kids. We've got another one on the way, so that's pretty exciting. You know, due to a lack of dietary restraint, I've gained a little bit of weight over the last few years, due to some other issues. You know, we've had some good times. We've also had some trying times, and I think a lot of what has happened in my life, and as well as my experience and work over the last 20-25 years, from when I was really young, first jobs. In the sports nutrition and fitness and supplement industries, you know, this is just a perfect fit. This what we're doing now with Midysbox just makes perfect sense. So I know what I'm doing. Maybe not as much as some of the experts out there, but again, that's why I'm here. I'm going to show you that anybody can do the things that we're going to do here, and we're going to do it together. What I want to share with you today, just a few highlights, like I promised in my post on Monday, about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and just start at this most simple of levels. I've tried just about every diet plan, meal plan, concept and thought and idea out there, from low carb, no carb stuff to calories in, calories out, and, you know, clean eating, everything else. And for me, what has to happen is the healthy level of nutrition has to intersect with a sustainable lifestyle. And that's what we're going to be about, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit here. So what works for me and what I'm going to share with you is a little bit of a hybrid, high nutrition based, if it fits your macros kind of a program. I am concerned with how many calories are coming in and going out. I am concerned with proteins and carbs and fats, excuse me, but I'm also concerned with overall nutrition, making sure the food that I put into my body is good for it. I don't think sugar is bad or evil. I don't, I've been known to have some Swedish fish or a Pop-Tart every now and then, but I kind of try to keep it within a healthy range, and again, a sustainable lifestyle. Beyond that, I love to spend time in the gym. I love to run. My wife and my son and I just competed in a 5K. His very first, my little 7-year-old boy's very first 5K. About 2 weeks ago, we finished it in 35 minutes, but we ran at his pace. I can't tell you that I would have run it too much faster in the shape that I'm in, so that's a good starting point. So I try to do, I do cardio every day. To save my knees and ankles, I spend a lot of time on the elliptical, which you may scoff at. To that I would reply that The Rock uses the elliptical, and if the elliptical is good enough for The Rock, the elliptical is good enough for me. Beyond that, I love to lift weights, and I love that's a time for me to think and decompress and accomplish a lot of my internal work. So I'm in the gym every day for about an hour, and that's what I do. Again, if your goals aren't the same as mine in terms of fitness, I plan on within the next year and a half, maybe 2 years, we'll see how long it takes me to get there, I'm going to compete in an Ironman with my homie Garrett, who's also part of the Midysbox team, and I am going to get there. I'm going to start by getting that 5K time down a little bit, and onto a 10K, onto a half marathon, and run a full, and we will get there. So it will be, I will be careful. I will use the right amount of restraint in my training, but we're going to get there. It's going to be cool. So really, those are just the highlights. I'll share my numbers below right here, my current macros, and I will, as we go on, share some of the supplements that I take to round out my nutrition and make sure that I'm getting everything that I need. And we'll continue to get to know each other through my posts and my reviews, our interactions back and forth. Please, if you don't already follow me follow Midysbox rather on Instagram, please follow us. Please subscribe to us here on the YouTube channel. We'll get back to you every week for now and grow from there. There are a lot of really cool things coming. So I'm glad you're here, and we'll talk to you soon.